What's up? What's up? I am Keisha Ravenel at We Inspire Brand, and this is the Melanated Air After Show. So today it got juicy, y'all. We talked about a really good topic. We spoke on a couple of few things, and the name of our topic was what would you do or not do for money? So we talked about the Tasha K and Cardi B situation. We touched on Kevin Samuels and some things that he had to say recently. We touched on Meg Thee Stallion and her risky video, her super sexualized video that was just released. And before I get into everything that we spoke about, I want to ask you guys. So, as far as business, when you're conducting your business or when you're thinking about starting your business, is your business just good for you, or is it also good for your community? And do you care whether or not it's good for your community? So I would say with me, I grew up with the mentality that it takes a village. So when it comes to We Inspire Brand, it's important for me to be a positive example for one, the next generation, two, my peers, and the community as a whole. So when I see women like Meg Thee Stallion and the young lady, I know it's a new Jamaican artist, I forget her name. I think it's Shen Say. I don't want to like butcher her name, but when I see this new video lick that they have out, I'm just like, oh my goodness, like this is horrible. And not because it's not good for women to be sexually free. I think it's a beautiful thing. Hey, do your thing. If that's what, you love, then be free, right? But this is our babies seeing this. And when I say our babies, I don't just mean like baby. I mean like our teenagers, the next generation, the the generation where their minds are impressionable, or I should say the age group where their minds are impressionable. And it's disheartening to me because I have my brand where I'm uplifting and I'm empowering and I'm telling women that they don't have to look a certain way. They don't have to dress a certain way for them to accept themselves. And if people can't accept them that way, then whatever, it is what it is. And then you have these women like the Meg Thee Stallions and the Cardi B's and the Jamaican artist that is out, and they're just letting it all hang out, like, you know, out. Like, go watch the video if you haven't watched the video. It's very vulgar. And like I said, that's disheartening to me because this is a lot of the time who our teenagers, our preteens, our young girls, they're seeing these things and they're thinking, okay, well, this is what I have to do to be accepted, right? This is the thing that I have to do. So you may have a young up and coming artist that she aspires to be a rapper or a singer, and now she feels like she has to bust it open, and show her breast and her booty and all of this stuff in order to be accepted and in order to make money. Now, I know a lot of people are probably saying, well, that's up to the parents, like that's up to the parents to teach the child not to do that, not to be that way. And my pushback on that would be, well, what about the kids that don't have parents? They don't have, they're in the system. They don't have people to tell them, like, this is not the way you conduct yourself in public as a woman, right? Or as a young girl. So I feel that it is up to us as a community to nurture our babies, to let them know, like, no, you don't have to take off all of your clothes in order to be successful, in order to be accepted, in order to make money. So for me, like, that's my whole thing when it comes to business, when it comes to my brand. It's important for me to uplift and empower my community. And I feel like as a music industry, the music industry as a whole is not doing that, right? And I know the music industry was not built for us, right? So you're entering an industry, when it comes to the Meg Thee Stallions and the Cardi B's, you're entering something, that was built to continuously tear us down, because that's what they do. That's what they do. Whether they have us taking off our clothes, whether they, are giving us terrible contracts, which we've seen in the past with like New Edition and TLC, and it is built, the system is built to keep us down by any means necessary. So we spoke about, the music industry, Meg Thee Stallion and the Cardi B's, and, how they conduct themselves in regards to them as a business. We also touched on Kevin Samuels and the disrespect of Black women on YouTube. Now, I'm not a Kevin Samuels fan. I will say that I do have freedom of thought, though. So I'm not going to just disagree with him because I don't like him. There are some valid points that he has from, some of the clips and the videos that I've watched. The comments that he recently made is not one of them. It's not one of those valid points. So he said something to the extent of, and I'm paraphrasing, he stated, if you are a woman and you're going on a date after 5 p.m., then you should expect sex to be on the table. Now, my question to Kevin Samuels is, who are you to tell women that men have access to their body after a certain time? I don't care who you are. You do not have access to my body if I don't allow you to have access. I don't care what time of day it is. So you also have married women, right? And married men, where if the married woman says no to her husband, no, I don't want to do that right now, then he does not have access to her. And that is considered rape. So let's talk about that a little bit too. Like, I don't know why he said it. I didn't watch the entire video, but that was just some straight BS. Like, don't tell women that they have to have sex on the table, or sex should be on the table, after a certain time. Like, it really is crazy to me. And this is what you also have, out there in our community. So again, is your business about building up the community, or is your business about you? Is your business about you making your money? And I just think it's just an important question, because a lot of the time we talk about building our businesses and building the community, but we have to, really ask ourselves, like, all right, like, how is my business that I have a say over contributing to the success of the community? So in addition, we spoke about the Tasha K Cardi B situation, where Tasha K was slandering Cardi B, and like Cardi B won the settlement. She took Tasha K to court and she won the settlement, and she's getting millions of dollars from Tasha K. So for me, I don't know Tasha K. Like, I was just put on to her like when the link was shared in the Melanated Air group chat. So I don't know exactly what was said. But I mean, it's like Tasha K is giving the people what they want, right? But then it goes back to business and the community, but at what cost, So I don't know, people. Like, for me, it's important for us to build. It's important for us to give back to our community and not pass the buck and say that's not my responsibility. I feel that it's each of our responsibilities to contribute to the Black community in any way that we can. So each one teach one, right? So that is my 2 cents about the entire show that we had, and I will see you next time on the Melanated Air after show. And once again, I am Keisha Ravenel, and you can go and follow me at We Inspire Brand. Take care.